Let me move this a little bit. Look at my eyes, man. I look like I just woke up. Y'all, hold on, I'm trying to look at my own video. Yeah, here we go. I just woke up and I was on No Hippies Live. I was on No Hippies Live chilling or whatever, but they going out to eat. So I said, you know what? Well, I'm gonna go live then. Florida boy, what's going on? If y'all will take a minute and just like the video, help out with the algorithm. Something about it tells all of your friends that you like this video and they might come in the live too. So if y'all don't mind smashing that like button for your boy. Yeah, I was on No Hippies Live. We was chilling, talking about sushi and whatnot. Some of y'all was in there probably. Let me turn off some of these lights. Yeah. Yeah. I was on No Hippies Live. Hey, Trucker Rob, literally just woke up, dog. Yeah, you see it? Look at the eyes. Anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all about that. Stupid stuff happened earlier today, and I just want to mention it. That's why I went to sleep. The whole day was frustrating me. This was slightly, it wasn't my regular day, okay? Christina, how you doing, baby? Heart. It was not my regular day today. Christina heard some of it over the phone. So I said, you know what? I quit. I'm going to sleep. Make sure y'all dislike the video. Like the video. What are you talking about? Still can't read. Didn't you say, or you just woke up? So, JL, I think it said you just woke up. So if you're talking about you just woke up, I literally just woke up too. Just woke up. Hold on, let me turn the light on. Ugh. Yeah. Alright, so yeah. Let me tell y'all something that happened. Florida boy, appreciate the super chat. I'm going to tell you a story on behalf of the super chat. I'm on the interstate doing my thing. I am 2.7 miles away from where I'm going to stop. It was the Loves Cross the Street. Got to the Loves Cross the Street and realized we're not staying at the Loves Cross the Street. I'll tell you why later. 2.7 miles away from where I'm going to stop. What happens? I'm driving on the interstate. This is how I drive. Shift. Drive, right? Driving on the interstate, just like this. And some cars stop in front of me. I see a wreck up ahead. But you know, I'm like, hey, it is what it is. It's really not my business. Okay, I just need to get where I'm going. It's not my business, okay? I'm driving. Tell me why somebody with a horse trailer stops in the middle of the road. First of all, there's cars blocking one lane. And then this lane, I saw one car go through. And when I saw that car go through, I was like, all right, straight. We can just go through before the emergency responders get here. Hey, thank you, Trucker Rob, for the super chat. Tell me he's still waiting on his honey, but so look, I'm waiting to go through. I'm like, cool, we can go through, bro. When the emergency responders get here, they shutting down the interstate. I'm 2.7 miles away from where I'm gonna stop for the night. Look, let's just go ahead and move through. Okay. That one car go through. Next person is a truck with a horse trailer. Why does this person just stop in the middle of I-40? Why do you just stop in the middle of the whole interstate, bro? Lady stopped in the middle of the whole interstate. So I'm like, yo, let's not do this, cuz when they come, they gonna shut down the road. You know, come on, man. Let's not get caught up in some stuff we don't need to get caught up in. Then the lady who was in the truck with the horse trailer gets out of the truck, starts walking around. Literally, I was hungry. Twink one, if you talking about me, I was very upset because I was hungry. I do not drive well hungry, okay? Lady in the pickup truck with the horse trailer gets out of the truck, starts walking around, and she looked like she kind of in a panic. Now, imagine lady walking around in a panic, but then there's 9 people on the side of the road. Hey, appreciate you, Florida boy, y'all. Appreciate the support, yo. Hot seat. What ticked me off was, it's 9 people on the side of the road helping someone who was in the car crash, okay? Something happened, and somebody needed some assistance, right? I saw legs flailing. I don't know what's going on, okay? All I know is that I can't pull my truck over. Look, the person doesn't need CPR because you're kicking legs. Beyond CPR, what can I do for you, right? I'm not a doctor. I just watched Chicago Med. I'm not a real doctor. I can't be out on these streets actually pushing medicine. I can't do that. So 9 people over here. Then you got a lady who's blocking the interstate, walking around in a panic. She walks to the pickup truck behind her as I'm blowing the air horn. Oh, I'm like, yo, look, not today, Satan. Like, I am hungry. I am 2.7 miles away from where I'm going to stop tonight. It's a Subway at that Love's. Excuse me, I didn't mean to raise my voice. Looking like Trucker Rob. There's a whole Subway at the Love's waiting on me, right? Don't do this right now. She walked to the pickup truck parked behind her, because we on the interstate, and she blocking the only way through. She walked to that pickup truck. I'm still blowing on the air horn, dog. I really don't have time for this today. Then she walks to her truck, never goes to the people who actually need help. Never goes to the people who need help, bro. I'm just keeping it real right now, Trucker Rock. Never goes over there to the people who need help. Gets back in her truck, drives off. So I said, you know what? For sure, she's going to get help. She lives around here. She's going to get help. She's going to hop off the next exit. But nevertheless, you shouldn't have parked in the middle of the interstate. But she probably going to get off the next exit where I'm getting off. She know where the police department at or something. No. What does she do? She passes the first exit available to her. Moral of the story is this. You on the interstate, don't stop and block the whole interstate because of a wreck. Get out of your vehicle. Fail to help anybody when you get out of your vehicle. Walk around in a whole panic and then get back in your vehicle and drive off. So that made me hot today, dog. I was hungry. I was trying to get to where I was going. And she was on here. You dead serious, man. You dead serious finna do this today. Then on top of that, I drove through snow. Real snow. Oh, I got a picture on my phone. I was going to post it. I drove through real snow today. I hadn't driven through snow in quite a long time. Since last winter, snow like that, Pennsylvania, last winter. That's the last time I drove through snow like that. But I drove through snow, acting like a whole real trucker today. It was an amazing thing. You should have been there, okay? It was an amazing thing. You should have been there. So today has been a day, mainly because that lady had me a little bit hot. I am not going to front with y'all. Lady had me a little bit hot. What is Johnson's logic? Does anybody know what Johnson's logic is talking about that I can't read, yo? Does anybody know what he's talking about? I can't. Where'd the comments go? I'm looking for the comments. See, that's why I pulled up my phone. I don't know how to see the comments, so. Does anybody know how to see the comments? Anybody? So I came in the truck. I took a nap. I ended up eating. I'm not at Love's. I didn't eat Subway. It's been a whole day, man. The Love's had, how do you see the comments on here? Does anybody know how to see the comments? Anybody know how to see the comments? Anybody on here? Hit live chat bubble. Does anybody see the live chat bubble? Oh, all messages are visible. Watch out now. Okay, let's see what can't I read? Nobody knows. I told y'all he can't read. Nobody knows what he's talking about. Oh, thank you. We got a moderator, Zach Miller. What's going on? 2.7. 2.7. Hey, Chris, what's up, man? You see, I just woke up, man. Ugh. Didn't stop at the Love's. There's a Love's in America, y'all. I don't remember where I'm at. I just woke up. There's a Love's in America. okay, for those who are not truck drivers, most truck stops might have like 100 truck stops, give or take some. And then they'll get larger, especially the nicer ones that have like 150, you know, something like that. And then you just have the mega truck stops that'll have anywhere between 500 and maybe 1,500 or something, okay? I guess 500 not mega, but that's pretty large. But still, let's just call, there's a truck stop in America, wherever I am. This truck stop literally has 12 spots. It's a Love's, 12 spots. And for the truckers, let's do this for the truckers. Okay, for the truckers, if this is the fuel island, right? You enter the truck stop and you drive around. If this is the fuel island, you drive around like that to the fuel island, all 12 spots are like right here. It's like 12 spots behind the fuel island, right? Just like that, behind the fuel island. So after I fueled, first I parked, because I was like, yo, I'm going to drop the trailer and fuel real quick for somebody to take the only spot I have right now. And then I parked, and somebody drove in front of my truck and got real close to get to the fuel island. Thank you, JL. I sure do appreciate all your support to the channel. Go ahead, drop a super chat if you will, sir. All that Landstar money. Somebody swung real close to my truck to get in the fuel island, and that's when I knew, no, we're not staying here. It's not only that, I mean, there was a spot empty next to mine, and I just pictured somebody trying to back their truck in and avoid the fuel island people and hitting my truck. And I said, you know what? There's a casino across the street. I am not risking my whole everything. I am not risking my whole everything for this little baby Loves in this Subway. So never went inside to get a sandwich. Ended up making a sandwich, ate some soup. I laid down, man. I totally laid down. Hello, Twink One. If y'all didn't see my bro, Jerry H, you got it, dog. Jerry knows exactly where I am. Like, he knows exactly the Loves I'm talking about. Did I describe it well or not? Come on, Jerry. Did I describe it well or not? Like 12 spots. It's 12 spots. They were right behind the fuel island. Bro, y'all is not finna be playing around my truck today. The devil is a lie. You is not finna be playing around my truck today. No. I looked on, the satellite Maps app, pulled up the Maps app, and I saw the big gravel lot behind the casino across the street. Yeah. I said, let's go ahead and fuel up and get across the street. Hey, if you didn't see, I posted something on my page, a picture on the community page. Somebody asked me the other day, they must not have seen my fueling discount video that dropped like last week or a week or two ago. Somebody asked me the other day, I bet you miss, or they said, don't you miss Prime's fueling discounts right about now? Are you serious, bro? You wanna know what I miss about Prime? The chicken wings in the terminal, the mac and cheese bites in the terminal, the burgers in the North Star Grill, being able to easily access Oasis and buy one of their $100 steaks, live free. Thank you, man. Thank you, JL. Look at that, supporting your boy. We're gonna put that in the fuel tank. Hello, somebody. What else do I miss about Prime? That is about it. Those 4 things. What is not on that list is the fueling discounts, okay? That's what's not on that list. Wait and get a Landstar trailer fixed at a shop 9 miles from there. Oh, man. That's the struggle, dude. Golly. Yeah, and there's not much around here. The Stuckies across the overpass seems like they have something going on. I saw Dunkin' Donuts on their sign, pizza on their sign. I saw a couple of spots on their sign, but DoorDash has nothing but Subway at the Loves. Casino actually has no food. That was surprising for me. Usually casinos have food. Yeah, there's nothing around here. The new trucks, don't miss the new trucks, really. My personal trucks. So I used to miss my personal truck, man, but I don't even miss my truck anymore. I don't know. I don't really miss my truck anymore. I used to could say I genuinely missed my truck. You know what I mean? But I don't really feel like I miss my truck anymore. I had good times with my truck. Having a hard time explaining how I feel about my old truck. Had a great time, great memories. But If I could have it, I'd have it like if it was free. I wouldn't buy it for any sort of inflated, crazy price or anything. But if I could have it, I'd take it. I like that color on that truck, man. That color was weird. That color probably, it's the red. It's all about the red, man. Travis really likes red a lot. I've never seen the robot grass cutter. Bro, but the wings though? What about the wings? The chicken wings at Springfield was like huge. It was on steroids. The chicken wings was huge. I would get like 6 chicken wings, 6 mac and cheese bites, some fries. Yes, sir. What? Huh? Come on, somebody. I wish I had a Prime app. I looked for my phone just now, but I remember there's no Prime app. I was going to see if I had some points. That'll be a reason to swing through Springfield. Come on, somebody. Boy, the doggone chicken wings at Prime. I miss the chicken wings, son. Come on now. The chicken wings and the mac and cheese, when they drop, I remember when they dropped the mac and cheese bites. I was suspect at first. I was like, I don't know. And then somebody else put me on them. Might have been Long Haul Gypsy. Somebody put me on a mac and cheese bite, and it was over after that. And the steak burgers, the steak burgers at North Star Grill is the truth. But the fuel discounts, you dead serious, big dog? He said, I bet you missed the fuel discounts, whatever, at Prime. I just said, I bet you didn't watch my last Prime fuel video, or whatever. Like, I bet you missed my last fuel video. Like, bro, we got fueling discounts. Stop trying to throw shade. That's what don't throw shade. But the chicken wing and the steak burgers, oh man. And then the steak at Oasis, add scallops, $5 a piece. And then Oasis has this local beer. It's called Ozark. It's actually made from a local farmer, in the area, probably from Ozark. But it's delicious, man. Very poppy. Kind of something between a light and a heavier beer. Oh man, junk is delicious. That's what I miss about Prime. How about that? How about all of that? Y'all ain't talking about all of that. Talk about some fueling discounts. Like everybody don't have, like all mega carriers don't have fueling discounts. How about the doggone stuff I feed that man, yeah? I'm just saying. How about that? Y'all don't, sometimes people miss all the important stuff in life. That's all I'm saying. People miss all the important stuff in life. Hey, shout out to Lyle, in case y'all didn't see No Hippie's last live. Lyle, Lyle is a cool guy to be connected to. Lyle be speaking some truth. I'm trying to tell you, Lyle be speaking some truth. Lyle, since I was like a newer AC driver at Prime, he used to always tell me, man, people treat trucking like a transactional relationship. They treat their dispatcher like it's a transactional relationship, when really you want a more meaningful and in-depth relationship with your dispatcher. You want to be somebody who encourages your dispatcher, and Lyle, without me even saying anything to him, is the first person who has said something. 4 years working with Werner. How you like Prime, Johnny? GTO? Do you drive a GTO? Because if so, I thought about No Luck Trucking. They also have a GTO. Lyle's the first person who's brought it to my attention that they noticed a lot of the stuff I learned at Prime has translated into the owner-operator world. Yep, 64 cents this week. That is the Landstar standard, and you better get it quick, because pump prices have dropped. What's today? I think it was yesterday, last night, or night before last. That was last night. Pump prices dropped last night, so Chris, we are probably going to see that surcharge go away. So if you're on the load right now and you booked it on that 64 cent, have the time of your life, because it's probably going to go down a little bit. But Lyle's the first person that really took note. FedEx 74, nice, man. Nice. Lyle's the first person that took notice that a lot of the stuff I learned at Prime goes straight into the owner-operator world. Straight to it. Awesome, Johnny GTO. Getting him a truck. For example, hours of service, straight into the owner-op world. You got to know your hours of service. You got to know your hours of service, man. Nobody is going to help you. The Omnitracks in my truck don't tell me when my 10-hour break gonna be up and all this other stuff. You know, I don't have no app to look at my 10-hour break and how many. You got to do that on you, big dog. What else? A lot of the stuff, man, I'm trying to tell you. 21, I enjoyed my time at Prime. Some people didn't enjoy it as much as I did. You hear that from some people. You know, I don't really have the same complaints. I enjoyed my time at Prime. I got what I needed, and then, you know, I moved to where I was trying to go. That's all that happened to me. So, prior proper planning prevents poor performance. Prior proper planning prevents poor performance. That doesn't sound like you can rap that. Lyle is a very solid dude, man. He really is. I'm telling you, a lot of the stuff I learned at Prime, I brought straight here. Fueling. Y'all remember? Okay, for those who've been on my video for a while, remember when I made the video when it dawned on me that going slow is not what saves on fuel. It's keeping your boost down. Your boost PSI, it's keeping your boost gauge as low as you possibly can. That's what saves on fuel. Going slow in and of itself does not necessarily save on fuel. That I'm definitely using now. And what's even more is I don't have a boost gauge in this truck, so I literally have to listen to it. That's all I can do is listen to it. Fortunately, I have for those of you who are familiar, I have a cat motor. I don't have the ACERT motor. I have the single turbo 6NZ motor, and I can hear my turbo through the vents, especially if I leave them open. I can really hear it spooling. That, you know, that's something I learned at Prime, translated straight here. Relationships, dealing with dispatchers and really fostering strong relationships, it translates here. I don't have a dispatcher, but I have an agent or agents. I have people that I work with and talk with. Translate straight here. Better relationships, more money in your pocket. So much stuff, it translated straight here, man. So much stuff. So it's a cool thing. Say that to say this. Just because you got a mega carrier, you just got your license, something like that, Prime, Swift, Kringling, I call it Kringling. Just because you're in a mega carrier, or you just got your license, or just got a train, whatever the case may be, it doesn't mean that, you know, you have a long time before you need to learn anything. Doesn't mean that at all. You never know where life's going to take you. That's all I'm saying. You never know. So what's going on with y'all tonight? It's Friday night. What's everybody up to? I can tell you what I'm not up to. I saw Law drinking the margaritas on his channel yesterday. Was that yesterday? And that jump made me want to go home. I know you in front with you. I was like, dog, I could use old brewski right now, man. Right there, I can use me old brewski, old cold one. But, I'm drinking Clover Valley purified drinking water instead. Any DOT officers out there watching this, nothing in here, literally. Nothing in here. Bell Performance Solution in PA, type. Hey, I think all water is good water. I'm not in front of you. I just drink water. I used to be picky, but these days I just drink water. I drink so much water, I even try to go for the cheap stuff, because I drink way too much water. Like, sometimes when I need to clean up, there will be multiple empty water bottles on my floor. I used to drive this Chevy Tahoe, and sometimes when I went to work, there might be something in the passenger seat I need to get, and I would get out, walk around, I'll open the passenger seat, and just empty water bottles flowing out my truck. It was like being a waterholic. Negative on vodka. I don't even like vodka. Oh my goodness. I'm more of a whiskey man. Vodka's not my thing. Negative on vodka though. I am 100% against alcohol going in the truck. Ross, Trucker Pete, how you doing, bro? Ross is, he said he was going to eat. Oh, he's going to eat. So if you're in Springfield, you can probably find him in Oasis right now. Matter of fact, if you're in Springfield, I believe everybody should just go check Oasis, see if he's in there, and just blow him up. Just sit down around him and start eating with him. That'd be funny. Tell him, and just tell him Travis told you to do something. Ashley, yes, I have. I should make a video about getting around, or gotten through, over, through, whatever the prepositional word would be. Getting through the Landstar curve. I should make a video about that. Yes. I've gotten through, well, I should say this. I've gotten through the first real hump of the learning curve, but of course, I just feel like I'm so new here. I'm sure there's still a lot more to learn, but I believe what you're talking about is kind of that rookie initial learning curve. Big Rig Jeffro, how you doing, man? Ashley, I believe what you're talking about is that initial learning curve, and yeah, I got through that. But there's still so much more to learn here. So many agents, so many different types of freight. Here's an example. One time I got a comment and somebody told me, if you really want to know where the money's at, check the DOD and the FEMA type freight. So like if a hurricane hit the southeast region, you need to get in contact with those agents who be pushing them doggone FEMA loads. And I was like, but I didn't learn that yet. But the Landstar system, yeah, I feel like I got a hang of it now. I feel very comfortable at Landstar now. Landstar is a really cool place. I really appreciate it. And not just Landstar. Well, I guess I've never been anywhere else, but just the freedom of being an owner operator is pretty cool. I will say that. I really like it a lot. It's stressful. Buy a case of water on me for $9.99, Johnny GTO. Thank you for $9.99. I'm pretty sure I can get a pretty nice case for $9.99. This Clover Valley probably cost me a good $6.99 or something. I can get that good water for $9.99 while you're playing. Yeah, but yeah, Ashley, tell me, are you at Landstar or are you a current BCO thinking about becoming a BCO? Long time BCO, what's your situation? Yeah, I do believe, I definitely, I get a lot of questions like, what working on a load board, what's that like? Like, is it difficult to get back to the house, or, is it difficult to do this? I don't find it difficult at all. Every time I've wanted to go home, I have never found it difficult to get to the house. I do wish there was water in here. Yeah, I think I'm about to go up there. I'll be right back. I gotta go get me a water. Twink 1. I did one expedited load and I felt stressed. Henry Duncan, how you doing? Yeah, I'll be right back. Let me get a water bottle. I did one expedited load and I felt stressed. Yeah. Y'all, that doggone tripod is kind of serious. Y'all, I did one expedited load. That junk stressed me all the way out. Let me tell you why, though. Let me tell you why. You'll understand. Oh, okay. Cool, Ashley. Have we met before? No? Cool. I was at Prime before. If we haven't met before, if you're newer to the channel, I joined Prime summer of 2020. And I recently left last December. Like middle of December, something like that. I did an expedite. Who said that? Twink 1 said that. I did an expedited load at Landstar, and I was stressed, dog. 17K gross on 1,500 miles. I know it'd be like that, but that jump stressed me out. Let me tell you why, though. If y'all remember, one time I came out the house like 2 months ago, $10 a mile load, that was that expedited load. I did that expedited load. Everything was good. I knew I was going to have to drive overnight. No big deal. What stressed me out was that my GPS took me around my elbow to get to my rear end. And that's what happened. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I have like Johnson Logic. Good power only company to do owner op. I mean, anywhere really. We have power only over here. Trucker Rob, if you're here, you can chime in on JB Hunt. Barry, how you doing, man? I know Steady Trucker, I think, was at Landstar at one point doing power only. He's a really cool guy. I really like him a lot. Twink 1, mine was overnight. Picked up at 5 p.m., delivered the following morning or something like that. I had it. My GPS told me a road was closed. You know the tri-state area? I forget the interstate. You know the tri-state area, like West Virginia, North Carolina maybe, or something like that, Tennessee, something like that? Yeah, I figured so, Trucker Rob. I mean, we all have a lot in common. All the companies that you can lease onto, we all have a lot in common. Especially all the megas, I mean. Power only is, yeah, basically because you're just bringing your truck. Yeah, That's it. Hazmat's the only difference as far as Landstar goes, because it's a hazmat company or whatever. We're almost all the same though. I mean, it's all the same. Basically, you know, there's differences, but at the foundation, it's all the same. So yeah, I go Asheville area. Is that it? Yeah, Asheville, North Carolina. You know that area? What's that? Is that 40? I had to look at a map. I can't remember right now. I was going that way. My GPS told me a road was closed, right? When a Garmin tells you a road is closed, sometimes it will do it really fast to the point where you don't even see it happen. You can look out your mirror and it'll do it, and it'll just change your route. Like, oh, you ain't got no option, so we don't need you to agree to this. Boom. 26. Oh, yep, you're right. When it is 26, you jump on something else to go further into like Kentucky. You're right. It's like 26, and you jump on something else. I can't remember. Well, the doggone, yeah, my bad, Jeff Robinson. Oh, you need hazmat just to do Landstar. No. Trucker Rob was just saying, you know, that's the only difference between our things. I know it's not shut down. Excuse me, I didn't mean to yell. Bro, that's what messed me up. Junk added like 100, 150, 250 miles. I'm like, bro, I'm already driving at night. I don't drive at night. 40, that's what I thought. I don't even drive at night. Now I done added 200 miles. That junk had me stressed out. And if you can imagine, it's like 40 goes like this, so I did all of this and came back down to 40. My route had me go all the way to 81 and come all the way down. I remember that. Ridiculous. We ain't governed, let's get it. I ain't racing them boys in they deaf trucks. Y'all ain't tearing up my transmission, that's what y'all. Tearing up my doggone transmission. So that expedited load was fire. It paid really well, but I was stressed out because GPS took me all the way around my rear end and getting my elbow. And buy a new GPS. Yeah, them GPSs are expensive, man. I am now buying a... Dude. No. It had me go all the way like kind of northwest or something, and then hit 81 and then slide down 81 to get to 40 and then Kentucky. I was like, bro. Expedited load had me stressed out. Because, you know, most of the regular loads, you got plenty of time. Them expedited loads, you ain't got time to be doggone, you know? They want their stuff now. Hey, Ma. My mama's in here. Everybody say, hey, Ma. 77. 77? I think it was 81. Because I remember it slid down like that. And I know 81 got that little slide effect to it. Let's see here. I don't know. I know the junk had me stressed out, bro. Asheville right here. Yep, 26. That's 40. So it took me 26 all the way up 26. And then what's this? 26 to 81. And then slide down. Like, bro. Something like that. I think I briefly jumped off Johnson City. I rode through Johnson City. That jump was dumb, dog. So, have you hooked up GPS to Wi-Fi and did the update? Oh, I do. Mom, Hot Seat said, hey. I update my GPS all the time, especially times like right now. Like, matter of fact, when I get off this live, I'll do it. Because I leave my hotspot on. So my internet is always on in the truck. I'm just like a rolling internet. You know what I mean? Making money, what's up? So I update my GPS all the time. I'll just update it and go to sleep. But for some reason, my GPS thought that road was closed. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Or it thought some road down 40 was gonna be closed or something. I don't know. I don't know if any of y'all travel that way. Maybe it was closed recently and they opened it back up. I have no idea. But so I went around. I was still on time to my appointment, but you know, when you're not expecting an extra 200 miles, you know what I mean? It was whatever. I could have turned around at one of the exits. I don't know. I rode it out. But those expedited loads are fire. You just don't be making no wrong turns. You gotta be, I don't know about that. You can't always trust a GPS too, man. I'm not gonna lie. 40 near North Carolina is closed. So that's what my GPS was saying. So maybe the GPS was right then. I just didn't believe it because I was like, bro, they didn't close all of 40. Like, I'm thinking of getting a Verizon Wi-Fi thingy. Who said that? Making money. The Gorge. Really? Okay, so here we go. I guess the GPS was right. Now I'm looking on, because you know they'll update it. You know, right there. You're totally right. Right there. Wow. That's what he's talking about, y'all. 81 North around 2 days ago. Yep, that's what I had to do. So, I mean, what if you missed it? I-40 will be closed at exit 7, Cold Springs Creek Road. All traffic be detoured off via the off-ramp and back on. I just wonder if the detour would have been worth it. You know what I mean? Bro, that was like 200 extra miles. Like, would the detour have been worth it? That's what I was wondering. I was like, bruh. But honestly, I take responsibility for that because, first of all, off and back on that makes me mad. Oh. I take responsibility for that. Let me tell you why. And I thought about making a video about this, like while I was driving. I remember thinking to myself, you need to make a video about this because this is a perfect example. Number one, you are never supposed to trust your GPS with your whole load. You are not supposed to trust $1 million of insurance load to a GPS. Okay? Not what you're supposed to do. Number two, you should be paying attention. Jay, how you doing? Number two is you should be paying attention. Yeah, just a detour. I'm thinking, I don't know, that 200 miles was the truth, though. Especially when you're on an expedited load. But number two, you should be paying attention. When I'm driving, again, this is how I drive. Yeah, I shift gears. When I'm driving, I'll often look at my GPS for the next direction, say it out loud so it's in my head. Exit 7 at 48 miles. You know, exit 7 at 48 miles. That way, if I look back up and it say exit 12, you should scratch your chin a little bit. You feel me? Trucker Pete, I didn't trust you to sit next to me at Applebee's. Y'all, me, Trucker Pete, Lyle, Gate, and somebody else was there. Trucking with Medlock. Was that it? And Johnson's, was Ross there? I don't know. We had a great time. I think Ross was there. Was that it? Yeah, Ross was there. Yeah. Yeah, we had a great time, y'all. We had an awesome time. That's the type of stuff I miss about Prime. He talking about, do I miss fuel discounts? That's the type of stuff I miss about Prime. That's the type of stuff I miss about Prime, man. Getting a whole group of people at Applebee's and y'all just have a good night. You know, that's the type of stuff I miss about Prime. Jay, everything's going all right at Landstar, man. We moving freight. Everything going all right, really. Hey, man, y'all want to know something random? I'll tell you something random about Landstar. Everything's going good, though. I mean, making money. You looking for a load? No. Oh, SB, wow. Thanks for stopping in. We got a Landstar agent in here. If you got any questions for a Landstar agent, you need to go ahead and drop it. SB is right here and may not be here very long. No, SB, I'm not looking for a load right now, but thank you, though. I appreciate it. Jay, I live in the southeast region of America. I'll tell you something cool about Landstar. Everything's going well. Number one, something cool about Landstar is just like you saw, agents. I think agents are really cool. Here's a random fact. Agents are not Landstar employees. They are working off a commission, just like drivers are working off a commission, right? So they are motivated in the same way that you are. They are not Landstar employees. They do not work for Landstar. I don't really know. SB, they want to know how's the freight out of Richmond, Virginia, if you're still here. I don't really know about Richmond, man. I mean, it's all right. It ain't like Atlanta, but Richmond is a better area to haul out of Virginia than a lot of other areas. I can say that as a driver, at least. A lot better than a lot of other areas. There's some areas in Virginia that you can, well, I guess there's some areas everywhere you can have the deadhead, but I don't know. Yeah, I can look on the load board real quick. Agents are really cool. I really like agents at Landstar. I just appreciate the fact that they're motivated in the same manner that I am. They want to move freight because when they move freight, they make money, right? So I think that's really awesome. Richmond, Virginia. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down some more to Virginia. We'll do Richmond, Virginia, 50-mile radius. Pickup day, what's today? Friday, so we're going to do pickup day to Monday. We're going to do van freight unless you say otherwise. Okay, thanks, bro. Yeah, we're going to do van freight unless you say otherwise. I can't help but put more filters. I'm going to leave you alone. I'm not going to put the filters I usually put. For Monday, right now, there are 83 available loads in a 75-mile radius going anywhere, America or Canada. And there'll be a lot more by the time Monday actually gets here because it's Friday. Isn't a lot of freight available. I don't know what will happen with the rates at the moment. Everything is unsure. Hey, you know what? We're all living that life right now. All the agents, all the drivers, at Landstar, outside of Landstar, we're all just living that life right now. If I were you, this is the one I would take. At least I haven't paid too much attention, but this is the one I would take. $7.25 a mile, 552 miles to Massachusetts, $4,000 in revenue, and let's look for a reload, and then I would reload not to Laredo. Am I missing comments? I done got deep on this little load board, imagining this load board scenario. What's up, Brent, man? I would reload somewhere else besides what I'm looking at. It's also Monday. By the time Monday gets here, this will look a little better. I might reload to McDonough, Georgia. I'm a southeast kind of guy. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I might take a reload to McDonough, Georgia. It's not. The money doesn't look wonderful. It's only $2.80 a mile, but puts it in a good location. And I'm just saying, as far as what I see on here right now, that's what I would take next. Hold on. I'm trying to see what SB said. That's the only thing about. I think I saw you be empty in AZ. Did you have troubles finding? Yeah, no, I'm actually fine, SB, I appreciate it. I've actually got something I got going on that's going to keep me tied up until like the middle of April. But, to be honest with y'all, I cannot talk about it, so that Texas run isn't too bad. Brent, that's Barry. Dude, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Actually, there's a Laredo on here, but it's just not for Travis. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. From my experience, I have made more money moving right east of Texas than I've made going in and out of Texas. Now, I've made good money moving within Texas. I have a friend from Texas. We've been friends since we were in training at Prime. Or since I was coming out of training and he was going in. Making money. Hold on, I like your question. I'm coming back to it. However, I make good money with inter-Texas loads. But I will make more money if I'm sticking in the southeast. I'll make more money by going to Alabama and then hopping from Alabama to Louisiana, then picking up a hazmat load out of Louisiana, taking that to Georgia, coming out of Georgia, going right back into Alabama. From Alabama, if I leave Texas off the list, I make more money. That's just what I've noticed. I don't know. It'd be like 2 and change, man, for a Texas load. But on Alabama, it'd be like 3 and change, $4. Hazmat out of Louisiana, same thing. But for Texas, if it's going into Texas or coming back out, usually it's a distance to travel, but the rate won't be as great as something if I just booked in Alabama. So that's just kind of my observations, what I've noticed. Now, I'm not saying that, there's no exceptions, you know what I mean, but I'm just saying. I want to see what Making Money said, something about leasing and something about carriers. What's your thought on lease drivers that work for major carriers? Price of diesel goes up, cost of food goes up, blamed on fuel, but the driver doesn't see a dime of this. Making money. You know what? I didn't make a video about fuel and the industry because so often we are zoomed in on one part of a picture. Okay? So often, we're zoomed in on the G, but we're not looking at the fan. See what I'm saying? We're zoomed in on the G, but we're not looking at the fan. We're not looking at the big picture, right? Here's an example. I hear from a lot of drivers, just had deja vu. I hear from a lot of drivers, let me drink some water. And I'm going to tell y'all this real quick. a lot of drivers, and look, if you in here, I don't really want to argue with you about it. It's just my opinion. Hear from a lot of drivers, don't ever haul cheap freight. Don't ever take a cheap load because you're the problem with the industry. You're bringing all the rates down. If drivers would stop taking cheap freight, then maybe the rates would go back up and yada, 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 yada. I understand the argument. It's not that I don't understand, so you don't have to argue with me. I understand. I've had this opinion for a while, and since you didn't know it, it means I've been listening for a while. So I understand the argument. But if I don't choose to take a load just because the rate is cheap, let's just talk about Landstar system. 1 out of 11,000 drivers, if I don't choose to take a load because I think it is a cheap rate, I don't think I am going to change the whole system. I don't think the whole system is going to change. All the rates are going to go up just because I continue to choose not to take a cheaper rate. The rate that's taking me where I'm going right now is not the bomb. I'm just being real. Not the bomb. It's not the bomb. But it's going where I needed to go. Somewhere I needed to go, I couldn't find a better rate. Time was ticking. I'm running out of time. I need to book something because I don't want to drive there and just be swiping my debit card at all these pumps and not get my fuel discount. I need to book something. So sometimes, in my opinion, sometimes you have to take it on the chin. So I say that to say this. What is your thought on lease drivers that work for mega carriers? The price of diesel goes up, the cost of food goes up, they blame it on fuel, but the driver doesn't see a dime of it. My point is this. There are a lot of moving parts, like a watch. There's a lot of moving cogs to the industry, and sometimes if we focus on one thing, we miss the big picture of all of the moving parts that make a rate this price, or that make, you understand? Oh, can y'all hear me right now? Jeffro said my sound messed up. The less than great rate pays for the fuel to get into a better lane. That's why I took this load. People be like, don't take cheap rates, you're messing up the industry. It's cracking up. Y'all sure it's not my voice? I don't know. Hey, at least it didn't go entirely mute. I don't know what to do about the cracking up noise though. I'm about to sign off anyway. I want to watch some Chicago Med and kind of getting hungry. I left my cream cheese at the house. I left my jelly at the house. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's the truck. The truck seems kind of loud to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hope it gets better. I'm about to sign off anyways, but that's my opinion on that. Okay, sometimes we can focus so much. So my opinion about lease drivers. Okay, awesome. I'm glad it's better. The fan turned on in my truck, and as soon as the fan turned off, it seemed like y'all were telling me the sound was messing up. My opinion on lease drivers, leased on the mega carriers, or like people that are leasing their truck from the same person that dispatches their truck, is different. Good night, Mom. See you later. It is not dependent on the fuel. It's not dependent on the fuel at all. Some people say don't lease from a mega carrier. That's what I did. If I could redo it, I'd do it again. Maybe Rob will bless you with a honey bun. If I could do it, I would do it again at Prime. I would make about all the same decisions except a few stupid ones that I made. Like that one time I got my PC taken away. I wouldn't do that again. But I'd make all the same decisions again. I would still lease. Some people say don't lease. I don't know. It's opinions, man. It's opinions for real. It's opinions. Oh, sound's cracking again. I don't know. Maybe it's my... Try it without the Wi-Fi. I don't know why it's cracking, dude. We've been on here for 45 minutes. But that's my opinion. I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with leasing. I like leasing too. There are some people, oh, it's a scam, yada, yada, yada. Recently watched, and I'm just going to say, Asian My interview with Trucker Brown, where he said leasing is a scam, you shouldn't do it, yada, yada, yada. Everybody's got an opinion. You know what, Big Rig Jeffro, here's my opinion on that. Think it's a bad time to go owner op, or just stay company until everything chills out in the world, and if they ever do. Here's my opinion on this. I started leasing my truck at Prime in January. January 15th is when my business formed. Everybody told me not to lease. Don't start your lease in January. Everything's going to go bad, you know. The rates are lower in January and something, you know. Wow, no kidding, Chris. That's pretty tight. Rates are lower in January. You don't want to lease in January. I did it anyway because I wanted to do it. I was ready to go lease. I'd been waiting for months. I did it. And my logic was, if I can survive in January coming out the gate, I can survive. Keep that cat RPM down. She's thirsty. You're right about that, Barry. You're very right about that. I told myself, if I can survive coming out the gate in January, then I can survive. Here's my advice to all people who are thinking about becoming owner-ops in this industry right now. Don't be afraid of the fuel prices. Don't be afraid of life. Don't be afraid of rates that go up and down. That is market. Markets go up and down in trucking, in everything, in real estate, in the ice cream parlors, in everywhere. Markets go up and down. That's what markets do, okay? If you can make it in this climate, you can make it. That's what I figured. If you can make it in this climate, you can make it. If you can't make it in this climate, then the next time the market goes down, you're going to go out of business. So don't let this be the reason. It is not impossible to find a reasonably priced truck right now. It is not impossible. You just have to be willing to give a little. Life is give and take. You got to be willing to give a little. You know what I mean? Hey, Jeffro, I appreciate it, but I'm going to start watching TV. I'm probably not going to text you back. I'm just being real. I'm not being rude. I'm just being real. Just being honest. Sometimes my phone rings too much, and I just can't keep up with it. Or sometimes, like when I do a live event or something like that, and I'm on camera for an hour, after that, I don't want to talk anymore. I'm done. I just want to watch something, or I want something to talk to me now. You know what I mean? So I'll text you back tomorrow, though. Hit me up tomorrow. Hit me up tomorrow. I can't do it, Chris, man. I gotta make this money, man. I can't be taking off. If I take off work, I'm sitting on my couch. I'm sitting on my couch. I did watch some live events on YouTube of the convoy, though. I did watch that. Yeah, you can shoot me a text, and I'll answer it whenever I get to it. It's just like, you know, or like, you know, tomorrow I'm gonna be driving and stuff, so I don't know. I really don't like texting and driving. I know it's illegal and all that stuff like that, but I'm talking on a real tip right now, right? Y'all do not be sitting in my live event talking about none of y'all have ever texted and drove before, okay? I do not like texting and driving. Number one, you can get stopped. I heard a lot of people was getting stopped outside of Savannah, Georgia, right on the state line, South Carolina, Georgia. Heard a lot of people was getting stopped for touching their phone. One person was in a Facebook group, it's either Landstar or Owner-Op group, and said their phone was on the mount and they touched it, got pulled over. So you better watch out. You better not get caught touching your phone while you driving your truck. That halfway around. All right, y'all, we're coming up on an hour. We got 7 more minutes to an hour. I'm going to cut this off at an hour. Hey, Jeffro, yeah, you can text me, man. I'll text you back. Like, I go through, like, phases of when I want to talk and when I don't want to talk, you know? So when I want to talk, I just text and call people back. And then when I don't, I clam up like a turtle. Oh, Darren, great question. Darren's trying to get a truck, ladies and gentlemen. Darren's trying to be an owner-op in this piece. Here's what you need to give, Darren. Great question, Darren. Here's what you need to give. Number one thing you can give so you can become an owner-op in this industry is give up your automatic restriction. Huh? Where you at, Chris? You still in here? Come on now. I know some veterans in here who agree with me on that. Come on now. Come on. The first thing you can give up so you can get a reasonably priced truck in this market is give up your automatic restriction. Darren, I should make a whole video about this. I'm trying to tell you, if you give up your automatic restriction, I don't have anything against automatic restriction. I got my license at Prime. If you give up your automatic restriction, the world opens up a lot as far as getting a reasonably priced truck. Okay? You you can get a great cash truck, man. You can get a great truck, pay it off, or you can even get a great truck, maybe 50K, put 20 down, something like that. I don't know. But a lot of times it's going to be a manual. It's going to be a manual, man. If automatic is all you're willing to do, man, dude, those trucks cost a lot more. Ashley, main way you can get your auto restriction removed is number one. If you have an owner-operator friend who has a manual truck, ask that friend, hey, look, can you just take me in the country and take me around the neighborhood or something like that? And just, take me in an empty parking lot. Let me just feel something. Let me just work at it. Number two, go to a CDL school and just pay up the money. Go to a local CDL school, pay up the money to get it removed. They'll teach you to drive it, and then they'll let you use their truck for the test. Pay up the money. It will pay you back. Pay up the money. It will pay you back. It is not that difficult of a thing. Sometimes it is an annoying thing, but you learn to drive differently. Like when I was at Prime, I used to remember all them hood trucks and stuff. You always see them riding real slow in traffic. When traffic heavy, you see them, they have like 9 car lengths in front of them. It's because we don't want to hit the clutch anymore for the rest of the day. For the whole rest of the day. Somehow we want to park up without touching the clutch. We don't want to hit the clutch for the rest of the day. So we just go super slow, because if I go super slow, you'll hit the brakes in front of me and I'll slowly creep up on you. But before I get to you, you'll start moving again. And you all rushing, so you slamming on the accelerator, and I'll just keep creeping along, doing this right here. Just like that. Darren, the number one thing you can give to get a reasonably priced truck in this market is you can give your automatic restriction back to the DMV. You go to a CDL school and you get it removed, I'm telling you, it'll change your life. You're probably getting tons of calls and texts from agents. Do you guys mind that, listening to offers all day long? Girl or sir, yes. Do you think 86K is too expensive for a 20 Freightliner? Let me do SB first real quick, Ashley. SB, that is the absolute most annoying thing. I'm not going to front with you. If I had a piece of advice for an agent, like how can I stand out as an agent besides just blowing people up, you got to become a little more personal or something, invite that relationship. That drivers out here, we're shooting to make relationships with agents so things can become steady for us and consistent, right? We're shooting for this life where I don't need the load board anymore. So if an agent called me and was like, hey, Travis, I noticed you live in this area. Are you ever looking for consistent freight to or from this area? Maybe that's something I can look out for you. I would be like, yes, Jeffro, I drive a 10 speed. Wish it was a 13, but I drive a 10. I would probably be a lot more interested in that phone call. Or if I heard that on my voicemail, I'd probably be a lot more interested in that voicemail. For those who want to know what they're talking about, what SB's talking about, no, that was actually me. Hello, this is Lynn from Dispatch. Are you available tomorrow for a pickup, ... Good afternoon, I have a hazmat load picking up tomorrow in Goose Creek, ... Please give me a call when you see this message. That's the smooth ones. $1,300 from Port Wentworth, Georgia, Jackson, Georgia, King Street, South Carolina. Pick. All of these are from the same day. I'm not even done reading them. SB, when I'm trying to shift gears and be in traffic and do all of this stuff and figure out my fueling and where do I need to fuel, where do I need to park, last thing I want to hear is my phone blowing up over and over, especially with the same typical message. Now agents been getting smooth. They just be like, give me a call when you get a chance. Give me a call when you see this message. Bro, no. No. I think what would make me pay more attention is if I got a text or a voicemail that said, hey, I noticed you're from this area. Are you ever looking for consistent freight to or from this area? Then that would get me thinking like, oh snap, hold up. Now that's one, but them regular loads. And then another thing, and I'm just being real with you, SB. Another thing is that oftentimes I'm being offered a load that I can see on the load board. Don't get me wrong, I get y'all have a job to do, right? And you're just trying to be proactive and really reach out rather than being passive and just letting the load board do the work for you. But for a guy like me, right, who's I'm more of a proactive and active, forward-leaning person. For a guy like me, being offered something I can find on my phone myself is kind of like, dude, I could have found that myself. It's almost like you're reading something that is in front of me. You're reading a sign that's in front of me. I could have read the sign myself. You know what I mean? So I think the agents that really stand out to me are things that I can't see on the load board. Things that things that wouldn't have happened to me if that agent had not called me. Like a call from an agent saying, "Hey, are you ever looking for freight to or from your area?" Dot 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 dot. Those are the things that would stand out to me. Which I'm not looking for freight to and from my area, but those are the things. If I was looking, that's what would, because that's what drivers. It seems to me that's what drivers should be looking for. Ashley, let me see what you said. Do you think 86K is too expensive for a 20 Freightliner with 320,000 miles? It's really hard to say. Well, like immediately what comes to my mind is what motor is in it. Is it a fleet truck? How many hours are on it? There's a lot of questions I have about that. Truck with me. I'm gonna get to that question. Give me a second with Ashley real quick. Man, Ashley, you said a 2020. Okay, a 2020, 86K, 320,000 miles. Sounds like a prime truck. If it was a prime truck, I would like my lease truck from Prime. Yeah, it sounded like a prime truck. I would like that deal. I would like that deal because you know the truck. See how this has a lot less to do with the truck? I like that deal because you know the truck. I like that deal because Prime keeps their trucks governed, so I know this truck hadn't been ragged out. It's 80 miles an hour for 8 hours a day. I like that deal because I know, truck with me. Yeah, I like that deal because it is according to your lease contract was written. Yeah, SB. Thanks. I really appreciate it. I like that deal because your lease contract is honoring the actual truck's value prior to all this inflation happening, which is why Truck With Me says it's a nice price. I just don't like $86,000. I don't like the way that sounds. But I understand what the cost of a truck is. I'm just a cheap guy, I guess. That's the personal thing. But I like the deal because it's a Prime truck. I like the deal because you know Prime's maintenance schedule. So you know you've been getting them oil change, you've been getting that thing greased. Prime has been keeping up with it. I would pull the trigger based on those, not even based on the truck. If I wanted to pull the trigger. You can pay it off pretty quickly. In the owner-op world, you can pay it off. Just work hard. Keep the same work ethic you got right now. Don't when they say keep that same energy. That was one of the problems I had when I first got to Landstar. When you get out, wherever you're going, keep that same energy. Okay? Keep that same energy. Do not let up and pay half of that truck off before the end of the same year. And then refinance if you want to, and then chill out a little bit or something. Keep that same energy. Don't slack off and be at the house all the time like somebody else I know in my life. I'm talking about myself. I paid $74K on my truck for 420,000 miles. It's just a lot of money. I guess I see these trucks for like $50,000, $40,000 and stuff like that, and I'm like, golly, $80,000, and I can spend $50 on a truck. Y'all know, let's talk about Make Sense. Make Sense got his W9 for like 70 or 80,000, I think, if I'm correct. Just Trucking from South Carolina, his W9, he said he got his W9 for 55,000. That's a W9, dog. So when I hear 85,000 for, no disrespect, but when I hear 85,000 for a Freightliner, I'm like, golly, dude. But I can have a W9 though, so, but these days you can't find a W9 for 55. I get it, Ashley. I know you, that's what I was thinking due to the market right now. Yeah, and I get it, right? But yeah, absolutely, I'd pull a trigger on that. Especially because you know where it came from. That's the biggest kicker. You know where it came from. There we go. Hold on. There was a comment. Truck With Me, the cons, like I was saying earlier, the cons of agents reaching out to me, for me, it's just that my phone be ringing. This phone is probably on silent right now, y'all. On everything I love, I keep this phone on silent all the time because I get tired of that, man. Bring, 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 bing, 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 bring. Like, I can't even just drive and listen to my book because my phone is blowing up all day long. Let's look at this. Okay, that was me. And my phone hasn't been ringing the past day or two just because I'm under a load. But bro, the closer you get to the day you're about to drop your load, your phone will start blowing up. If you don't put your truck out of service on the app, your phone will be blowing up, dog. Blowing up. That's just personally what I don't like about it. And then it just all seems the same, you know? You gotta work hard to stand out. As a driver, I have to work hard to stand out, right? I don't ever want to seem like everybody else, you know? I want to be on time. I want to be giving updates to agents, arrived, departed, right? You know? See Twink One talking about it. Never take those phone calls, you know? I want to be a driver that stands out. Yeah. Oh, Truck With Me got his truck from Prime. Yeah. So Jeffro, I will say I've never had a Landstar agent call me while I'm trying to sleep. I appreciate that because I take my sleep very seriously. Now I almost always turn my phone on Do Not Disturb while I'm trying to sleep. I don't play that. I don't have friends that, you know, I love all of y'all, but if you have an emergency, call 911, dude. I'm not gonna front with you. My sleep is very important. Very important. I really don't like driving tired. I don't like driving hungry. I don't like driving tired. I like to be alert and full so I can just chill. I do not like driving tired. One time I drove tired and I almost fell asleep at the wheel and it terrified me. I was at Prime. It terrified me, and from then on, I was like, no, I can't be playing around. I've never had an agent hit my phone up in the middle of the night. Thankfully, you wouldn't get me, but I do not have that. Or like people, you know, you'll have friends from high school or something like that, and your friend from high school calling you in the middle of the night on a Friday night, but you got to work in the morning because you're a truck driver, but your friend's like at the club or whatever, and they want you to know who they just ran into. Oh, Travis! And you like, bro, I got to work tomorrow, dog. I don't want to be that guy. I never want to be that guy. So I turn my phone on silent. If you need something, call 911. Text me, tell me you had an emergency. I'm going to holler at you when you get up or something like that. But do not call me because, you know, only people who need me is my family. That's it. And let's say, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely, SB. I have heard people do that for that reason and also just to keep their trailer, you know, while we're at the house or whatever, make sure, you know, the trailer's not going to move. They're not going to try to give the trailer away. Same thing. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, man. Nevertheless, if there's anything I can say, man, if you're on here and you think about coming to Landstar, take very seriously the value of healthy relationships with agents. Take that very, very seriously. Take it very seriously. The load board looks really cool when you're not working for Landstar. But once you get at Landstar and you use the load board 5 times and you realize the load board just is what it is, your very next step is you're supposed to be fostering healthy relationships with agents. Foster healthy relationships with agents. Haul freight for them, give them updates, tell them to have a nice day. Next time you're in the area, give them a call. Da-da-da-da-da. So Truck With Me. If I'm working on the load board, hold on, there was 2 questions I'm trying to, how many loads do you run each week that you're out and how long do you stay out? When I'm working on the load board, Truck With Me, I do about 2 to 3 loads a week. And when I'm working on the load board, I usually stay out about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and then I go home for about 2 weeks. But that is not what I advise people to do. What I advise people to do is to stay out and keep your same energy. That's what I advise people to do, is keep your same energy. If you out at Prime and you working hard, come to Landstar and work hard. Don't be coming in here, going back to the house, chilling with the homies. You know what I'm saying? Come work hard for 6 months and really see what you can do with your bank accounts. I really wanted to make a video about that, about me. One mistake I made when I first got to Landstar was I did not keep my same energy. And my bank accounts reflected that. I did not keep my same energy. So I encourage you, Ashley, anybody, truck with me. Been home 2 weeks. Twink, I was home for a month one time. My truck was in the shop, but I was home for a month one time. That junk was amazing. I came back to work, missing home and stuff, crying like a baby on YouTube. Did you see that video? It was amazing. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. I realized I can afford to be home for a month, and it was beautiful. Oh, congratulations, truck with me. I usually stay out, when I'm on the load board, I usually stay out about 2 weeks, and then I go home for 2 weeks. But you should really not do that. You should really not do that. You should really do better than that. Keep your same energy for a while. Even when you first get here, keep your same energy. If you slack up when you first get here, I swear you won't return to your prime work ethic. Ask Ross. Ask Johnson's Logic. He knows too. He did the same thing. Y'all remember he was going home for a while, and then he got on YouTube and was like, nah, I need to get to work for real, y'all. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look at Twink. 2 months off. See? You can take time off later. Come and work that board. Get them agents on your phone. Have fun for a while. See, I cannot wait to get mine. That's all right, Ashley. You're going to get there. I was there, Ashley. You're going to get there one day at a time, girl. Just keep pushing. Keep working. I am. Is that Panari? Where does that come from? Panari, I am. I really am. Good question. Ben Franks Beats wants to know how much I average weekly before expenses. Ooh, got my 60 series rebuilt. Hey. He talking about he got a pre-emission motor rebuild. That's what I'm talking about in Detroit, boy. That's what I'm talking about, that big block. You know you have. Stop playing. Anyway, Panari, I really am. Ben Franks, I'm coming back to you, but Panari, I really am, man. It's just so much more relaxing, man. I can do what I want, you know. Since June 1st, good job, Hot Seat. Good job. See, Hot Seat sound like he keeping his same energy. Say he ain't letting up, keeping his same energy, dog. Panari, I really am though, man. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just a lot more chill when you're doing what you want to do. When you're not doing what somebody else wants you to do. When I don't have to argue with no dispatcher. When I don't have to hear about somebody need to talk to planner who need to talk to sales, and sales said they ain't got nothing else, I had to sit for a day. When I know good and well it's too much freight out in this country for me to have nothing else in this and anywhere. Seriously, I'm not crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah. Go home when you want to. I don't have to team and train in order to make the revenue that I'm about to tell Ben Frank Beats about. I can't see the name, so I can't say it right. I don't have to team and train to make that revenue. I can just chill. So, anyway, let's get to the revenue question, because I know a lot of people like that question. Trying to repeat it. How much do you average weekly before expenses? So, before expenses. Well, I mean, at Landstar, you don't really have expenses unless it's your insurance or any money you owe Landstar. Like if you buy an Omnitrax unit, that's $600, and they take that out like, I don't know, $60 a week or something like that. Or like my insurance, I owe them for insurance, or to use the Com Data cards like $1.50 or whatever. That's the only real expenses. But so before expenses, I'll say this. Running on the load board, staying in the following 5 states: South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi. If you run on the load board, just those 5 states, this past winter, I averaged $4,500 take home. That's take home. That wasn't before expenses, sorry, whatever. $4,500 deposited into my bank account. Just those 5 states. And those are cheaper states in the wintertime. For those who don't know, those are cheap states. Because everybody wants to be in the South. My insurance, $300 a month, that's it. Yeah, mine too. For like all of it, mine too. Yeah. Yeah, for those 5 states, you'll take home $4,500 a week for a full week of work. For a full week of work. That means you were not at the house on the first day or the last day. It was a full week of work. Your truck was in motion in the beginning of the pay period and in motion coming out of the pay period. Now, if you're coming out the house and you're going home, things change. But I'll do 2 to 3 loads a week. On low board, 2 to 3 loads a week. Those 5 states, 4,500 to the bank. And then go back to the house after 2 weeks. But that's the problem. Don't do that, y'all. Okay? Learn from me, man. Y'all be better than me. I hate when people say stuff like that. Oh, let me catch up on these comments. Cash trucks for the win. Cash truck for the win. Cash. I'm talking about he got a 60 series, man. Jealous, bro. I'm not jealous because I'm just like, if I ever go W9, I think I said this on somebody else's live or something. If I ever go W9, I'm keeping pre-emissions. But I don't know, man. Heard a lot about those 60 series, man. You're doing something you love without being micromanaged. Once you can control your environment, you can thrive more. Panari, let me give you this then real quick. And before I scroll down, I was talking to a friend who's also about to leave from being a company driver straight to owner-op. He'd never been leased before. He's coming straight to owner-op. What I told him was places like Prime, Hirschbach, Martin, these mega carriers, especially places like Prime, not even Hirschbach and Martin that require some experience. Places like Prime where you can come in never with no experience. They have so many people who have never had a job before. I'm not a very independent person. I've never really had a high level of responsibility. They have so many different people coming in that they have to over-explain stuff and check, well, what's your ETA? They don't know who you are personally, so they don't know you're a responsible person. They don't know you've held a full-time job down before. They don't know like that. You know what I mean? Because truck with me, I'm going to get to your question. Hold on, man. Because, no, I'm about to tell you. Hold on. So, at Prime, like, they're dealing with kids and irresponsible people who oversleep and, oh, I forgot, and, oh, I didn't pay attention. So for people like myself, Johnson's Logic, No Luck, Ashley, Truck With Me, for people who are responsible, they don't like Panari, they don't like to be micromanaged. I feel like it almost feels insulting. Like, yo, I'm grown, dog. You don't have to ask me, you know what I mean? Stop checking on me. Let me just do me. You know what I mean? It's like after for people like us, after a while, you just want to get out of that. Like, get off my back, yo. You know what I mean? Prime example, and I'm gonna move on. It's like living in your mom's house too long. After a while, you just want to get out. Because, like, yo, my mom is all on my back. You know? After a while, you just want to get out. So it is what it is. Hold on, Ben Franks, because I know you asked about money, but I want to know what they was talking about real quick. No, he talking about $300 a month. Faithful Truckers in the house. Faithful Trucker, we in here talking about being owner ops, and we got some people in here. If you're still here, I don't know what time his comment came at 8:17. We got some people in here that's moving from they want to go, they want to step out and want to go owner op. How about drop them a little tip real quick, man? You know what I mean? Drop them a tip, selling myself short dealing with companies. I need to do my research ASAP. Panari, man, it's nice being out. It really is. You are your company. You are your dispatcher. You are your fleet manager. You are planning. You are sales. You are, some people, it's the tractor shop. You see 21 talking about, it's you. It's you. Earlier, a couple days ago, I explained to someone the 5 people that cause loads to move. And at a minimum, 5 people that cause loads to move at Landstar. The shipper, the receiver, the driver, the Landstar agent, and me. And none of those people are Landstar W-2 employees. I don't know if anybody understands the weight of that, but none of those people are W-2 employees for Landstar. Haven't worked a full week yet in a year. Golly, boy. Ain't that crazy? Truck with me. Why do you say don't do like you? Sounds like a good deal. How long you go home for? Truck with me, I usually like to stay home about 2 weeks. I like to get extremely comfortable. I like to be able to do yard work. I like to ride my motorcycle. I like to go to the shooting range. And I like to pick my oldest daughter up from school on a motorcycle at least once. There's a lot of things I like to do when I'm home, and it takes time for me to get that out of my system. So I usually be home about between 7 and 14 days. We should say that. No, Jeffro, it is not difficult to figure the load board out. But let me finish with truck with me. I say don't do like me, because when you come out of Prime and come to Landstar, you have an opportunity to bring some serious capital, not really inject, because you're really making is revenue, but you can bring serious capital into your business accounts. But when you just start off like I did, hey, good night, bro. All these faithful truckers say he's on the way home. Good night, bro. Appreciate you stopping in, bro. You have truck with me. You have the opportunity to bring some serious capital into your business account. But if you come to Landstar with the same attitude all of us came to Landstar with, oh, we going back to the house. Let me slide back to the house. Bro, keep your same energy at least for 6 months. All right, 3. Do 3 months. The same pace you've been doing. Work 3 weeks, home for a week. Whatever you've been doing at Prime, keep your same energy for like 3 months. Or do like 2.5 weeks on, 4 days off, and then go right back out. The numbers going to be big, but when the numbers get bigger, make your dreams grow too. When the numbers get bigger in the owner-op world coming from a mega, make your dreams bigger. Because then when your dreams get bigger, the numbers seem smaller, and you'll keep that same energy. But if you come here and then you all of a sudden have this kind of I have arrived attitude, and I'm speaking about myself. I'm not pointing fingers at other people, or I'm not trying to check nobody. When you have this I have arrived attitude, you feel like you've met a goal. That attitude was dead after week 1. You just feel like I have arrived, then you don't have that. Hey, Moto Justin, for sure, man, cool. At that love, I remember Jasper, Alabama, boom. But you like that, dog? That was quick. Come on now, that was quick, dog. I hit that one fast, dog. Come on. So I don't know. That's why I say keep your same energy, like pound it out. Get a bunch of capital in your business accounts, then relax, then chill. You know what I mean? Then chill. But I didn't do that, so don't do like I did. I'm telling you, don't do like I did. Hold on real quick. I gotta catch up on some comments. It is not hard to figure out the load board, Jeffro. It is simple. It's an app. It's simple. Ben Frank Speeds, I'm in the same boat of dealing with a dispatcher, fleet manager. Dispatcher's cool, but fleet manager not so much. European company, logs department somewhere in Uzbekistan. What? I have never heard of a logs department in Uzbekistan, dog. Wow, it's crazy, man. Faithful Truck is really awesome. He's actually a fleet owner here at Landstar. I think he done signed off, went to bed. Faithful Truck is a fleet owner here at Landstar who started from one truck. There are so many fleet owners here at Landstar who started with one truck and then just kept it moving. Yep. Look, and this is a Landstar agent made this comment. If we was on StreamYard, I would highlight it. It looks like you find out really quick that the famous Landstar load board with 100,000 loads available every day isn't what it looks like, huh? I'm trying to tell y'all. The work I put in should reflect my work ethic and what I'm capable of. If I don't get by the first month, then I can see what you're calling. But from the first week, no thank you. I can see why you're calling. If I don't get by the first month, then I can see why you're calling. But from the first week, no thank you. Yeah, Faithful Trucker is really cool. I need to give him a call. Plan on coming to Landstar soon. Yeah, that was cool. I totally agree with you on that because that's what I was planning on doing. I'm going to run like, exactly. Don't pay attention to them numbers. Truck with me, the numbers will make you go back to the house, dog. Dear Christina, I love you. I saw your name. I just want to give you a shout out. Truck with me, them numbers, if you pay attention to your bank account, you will go back home. Do not pay attention to your bank account. Transfer the money, keep on working. Them numbers will make you go back home. Don't go home. That's the hardest thing, is keeping your same energy. I need to make a video about that. I say that all day while I'm driving. I should make a video about that. Shut up, dude. You lame. Talking to myself. I wish I could work like I did as a company driver. Yeah, me too, Twink. Me too. Fleet owner is the way to go. Yo, I like Faithful Trucker, yo. Faithful Trucker is a younger guy like I am. I think he has 3 children. He's married with 3 kids. I think he has a fleet of 3 or 4 trucks. So I don't know. I just think it's cool. How do you get drivers if you're a fleet owner? I'd be worried about keeping people in their trucks. Same way anybody else, you know, there are certain principles that apply to business across the board. So if you can imagine, how does a grocery store get a solid manager that will stay for a while? That grocery store owner's got to do the same thing a fleet owner's got to do. Same thing, vet them out. What are your motivations? What's driving you? What are your future plans? Do they align with my future plans? You know, ask questions, interview, you know. Same thing anybody else, right? I used to be a director at a nonprofit organization, had to supervise people there, and, you know, same questions I asked there, I would ask here. Same, you know, different industries, so there would be different questions, but at the core, at the root of it all, it's going to be the same thing. I'm looking for somebody who's going to stay and run, and et cetera, et cetera. But life happens. You have to understand that still, but, you know. Truck with me, though. Look, y'all coming out here, Ashley, if you still here, if y'all coming out here, keep that same energy, dog. Don't be like us. You see Twink on here talking about how he be home all the time, and it's hard to work like a company driver. You see how you get when you come out here? Don't be like us. Be better than us. Like your parents used to tell me, I don't want you to be like me, baby. Be better than me. Be better than me and Twink. Be better than us, dog. Absolutely, truck with me. Look, I'm out of comments and I'm ready to chill and watch some Chicago Med, and I gotta find something to eat, man. There's nothing in that convenience store, man. Man. Yeah, Blue Ribbon Logistics stepped up there. I love Blue Ribbon, man. Oh, I hope I run into them sometime. I'd be on that selfie mode. But I'm going to check out of here. Hey, I really appreciate y'all coming to the live event. This was totally spontaneous. I saw Lyle went live, and I was like, man, I'm about to get live, too. She going to rest her eyes. She got an old soul. Y'all hear that? I'm about to rest my eyes. Yeah, absolutely. No problem, Ashley. My wife says, please go to work. Look, I'm about to check out of here. Y'all know what the motto is. Work hard, play hard, sleep hard, find you somebody to love. I love y'all. And do not forget, it is not about what you believe, all about why you believe it. Live free.